Okay, today's message, because it's a channel message, today's message is about Fishman Island from One Piece. Unlike my previous videos where I typically break down what is going on in the piece of media that I'm talking about, I'm really not going to go very deep into it unless you guys actually want a video about that and what is going on. But I am going to break down why I say that it's about Fishman Island, right? So the other day I was rewatching One Piece. I was rewatching the Fishman Island arc very specifically because I was talking to Spirit and ancestors and civil rights leaders from the past, right? And I told them, hey, you're probably going to want to see this because inherently, for anybody who doesn't know, Fishman Island is kind of Oda's synopsis of the civil rights movement, right? And I watched it. I was explaining at the time the parallels between our two civil rights leaders in One Piece to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, right? And then we got to the part in which the story where both of these characters get assassinated. I'm very sorry if you didn't know, spoilers. But it's once again, it was a parallel to two religious leaders, right? And despite that, the world of Fishman Island mourned these people and they weren't ready to take the next steps to liberating themselves and integrating and living peacefully with humans, right? And yet there were still people who went, hey, we know you're not ready yet. We know that this isn't the time yet. However, we still firmly believe in the wills of these people and the messages that they wanted to impart, right? That we're going to continue to try. The reason I bring this up today is because our world, no offense, does suck, right? And every day we see our rights stripped away from us and we mourn how things just seem to be getting harder and harder, right? And we can acknowledge that, right? But we also have to take a second in that to think of all of the people that came before us and give them thanks, even in times where we feel like people are undoing all of their work. Speak out about it, because it was their bravery, their courage, our leaders, our civil rights leaders, whether that be in the Black community, Hispanic, whatever you are, your civil rights leaders, the people who fought for your rights, they fought so that we had a voice to say something. And even though there are things that are trying to strip away our rights, we still have that right because they spoke up. So whenever you feel down on your luck about certain things like that, just take a moment and just thank them. Even on the hard days, actually, especially on the hard days. Thank them for their wisdom. Thank them for everything they did to pave the way that we could be in a society now. Yeah, sure, people are trying to pit us against each other and they're trying to get us strip away our rights, so we're so distracted about this, that, and the third. They even want to take away our history, right? They don't want to tell our history. But as long as we continue to give thanks and gratitude and keep our history in our hearts, they can't erase it. And that courage, that bravery will come into us. It will be imparted on us. So whenever you're having a bad day and you feel like the world is absolutely against you, you face a microaggression or someone's racist for whatever reason, take a second to thank those who came before you, because it could have been a lot worse for us. Alright, that's all I have about Fishman Island. Once again, if you guys want me to, I can break down the direct parallels between the civil rights movement and the entire arc. But I just wanted to talk about that because I felt like that was the most important part of, even when we are sad, we're broken down, we feel defeated, we're not defeated. Our ancestors had it a lot worse than we did, and it's because of their courage and their bravery to take the first step that we're allowed to live here today to speak our mind. So whenever you feel bad, just give a little thanks to them, and I promise you'll start to feel a little bit better.